I think we're live. Oh, I forgot to play the song. I'll play the song later. Hello, people, and welcome to another episode of the Freak Show, and this is episode 137. Plane to Hell.
The plane ride to hell.
Oh my God! Let's talk about Tommy Dreamer. He is fucked. He lost his job in Buster
Again,
over.
you gotta stop cursing. You gotta stop cursing
yeah.
the first minute. The first minute. We're not even 30 seconds in, he's already cursing. Yeah, no, he got. Well, he apologized. He came out and said, "Hey, look, you know, there are opinions and there are opinions."
But the way he said it, he came out looking like
he came out looking like an asshole. I'm not even denying that one.
But you want to hear something about that stewardess? She's not so innocent. You know her backstory?
No.
She got arrested for robbing a jewelry store like a few years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. So she's like, no.
I mean,
even though you can't say that, but it's crazy.
Again, the issue is that, you know, people are saying this happened, that happened. So it is hearsay.
And some people confuse the plane.
Everyone kept saying, look, Rick does a lot of Rick dumb shit, but they've never seen him force himself on anyone. And that's a big difference between, I mean, I run around naked all the time when I drink tequila, but I never smack a girl in the head with my dick. It's like, or put it in her hand. Like, that's just, there's a little bit of a difference there. But now I heard RVD called Ric Flair out.
Yeah, I heard RVD.
And so let's have a fight.
Yeah.
Pick a hand, bitch.
It's like, let me tell you, but they're saying that legendary story of him doing the helicopter and walking around naked, that he has a hammer.
I heard everyone did that. And it was constant. I would do that.
And then even Jim Ross got a little heat because Jim Ross said, you know what, he's a made man. Because they fired Mr. Perfect for fighting Brock. And then did the same plane fight. Freaking Michael Hayes got his ponytail cut. It was crazy things that they were doing. It was X-Pac that killed that. But think about it. Dude, they were on the TART waiting for 7 hours. And they went to three liquor trucks.
That's a lot of booze,
man. And it went to the point that somebody said Ric Flair, one of the boys, would have put $1,000 to buy another. Like, they doesn't care.
Just get it on there. I mean, but that's the epitome of zero fucks to give. When you have no fucks to give left, when you have that kind of money, it's like, listen, give me my shit and call it a day.
How about Terry Rendell say no sale? No sale. You know, that's a real thing in the business when somebody.
Yeah, but what bothered me the most about that was they all put it on the women. Don't sell because you're a woman. They say don't sell to anybody.
Yeah, to anybody but a guy.
If you're getting ribbed, they say don't sell it. Don't. If you sell it, they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
So trying to twist that to it's a woman's thing pissed me off. No, it's not. It's an everything thing.
Jim Cornette was talking about that because when they did a rib on
him,
you
love him.
They would turn to him. He would say, "No," but somebody asked him a question. Is this a real thing about no sale? He said, "Yeah, that's what it is." He said somebody would practical do it. Got put there and did a bottom. So I would no sell it. So
but that's life, though. If someone says something to you at a bar and you're having an argument, and they say like, you know, fuck your mother, and you get mad, you're gonna keep going after your mother because they know that it bothers you. If someone says something that doesn't bother you, they stop. Like,
yeah, they will stop. Some guys won't stop, but some guys will continue going. You know,
because they're idiots.
You know, it's
dumb.
Amazing. But man, Tommy Dreamer, what do you think about him losing all his jobs over there?
I think it's a bit much. I don't think he should have lost all of his jobs. He did come off looking like a dick.
He came out looking terrible.
I'm not even gonna fucking say he did. I love Tom. I've met him many times. I've bullshit with him, hung out with him, but I think he's also at that point where he's like most people. Unfortunately, can't say it, but he's tired of the cancel culture bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot of people calling the cancel culture out now. Because you know what? You did something 5 years ago. You know what? You were much more immature. Imagine if you're a kid and you did something really dumb at 18. And like 6, 7 years, you got a great job, and then somebody comes and say, "Oh, you did this and this to me."
Well, we've had this conversation before. I said it. It was Dave Chappelle. It was like, you know, you could say things now, but I'm gonna look back to 20 years from now and say, "Oh, you're fucked. You can't have a job now because you said something 20 years ago."
It's crazy. And that's for anybody. You know what? It's get to the point that you can cancel so many people until they come after you. Sooner or later, they'll come after you. That's the thing. People don't get it. And you know what was crazy? I was watching The View on Friday, right?
Yeah.
And they were about to interview Kamala Harris, and out of nowhere, one of the producers come and take two other girls off, Sunny and the Hispanic girl. You know why?
Why?
Guess why? They tested positive for COVID.
Oh shit!
Because they do a test all the time.
Yeah.
But where you think they would have done it before the show and give them a result that they did it? I guess they get it. But the thing is, that test is very false positive. That's the problem with the test. Because you can take it 3-4 times and get negative, and one time you do get positive. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But those two girls, so I don't know when they came, they took them off, and you got to go. You got to go. No explanation.
I'm going to put it out there. I tested positive.
Okay.
That's why I've been MIA for a hot minute. Quarantined for 2 weeks. I went to the doctor again, did the rapid, did the PRC, tested negative and positive. So it's like, I spoke to the nurse and I spoke to the doctor and I said, do I have to keep quarantining now because I'm negative and positive? He's like, no. He goes, after, it's supposed to be 10 days. I did it for 2 weeks. So I got shit for going out Wednesday. I'm like, listen, that was literally the second week of me quarantining. I went out to dinner and to a show. So for those who got mad at me for going out, fuck you. I honestly, yeah. But yeah, so I popped positive. Gina is still negative, which is fucking hysterical. But I quarantined for 2 weeks and that's it. So these tests, they're not perfect. They're not 100%. Again, I don't know how I tested twice in the same day, and one was negative, one was positive. So
because the test is still not reliable. The test is still false negative. They're gonna have a new test by December that is gonna be very accurate.
Yeah, but what I don't get is, so I had a little bit of a fever. That's it, and a cough. And literally, I've had worse allergies than this shit. And I didn't get it bad, knock on wood, and I understand that. But it's like, people are losing their minds, asking where I was, wanting to know my medical history, wanting to know this, that, and the other. Because I had a medical thing back in June, which didn't help the situation, which is why I lost a little weight. But people have lost their minds. And it's like, listen, all right, I had it, I'm over it, I'm fine. Relax. Like, it isn't the end of the world. But the media makes you feel like,
it's the end of the world.
But it is funny how they all they pop positive and I yanked them off the show. Now let's see if Kamala Harris fucking pops positive.
Dude, they didn't. She was like on a video, video chatting with them. But
she wasn't even there.
Yeah, but
that's even worse.
Joy Behar, Sarah, and the other one, they were all sitting there, and they just popped them out saying, "Hey, you guys tested positive." So
now, where's Megan been? I haven't seen her.
She quit.
No, really?
She left. Yeah, she left. I think she left the show after I think anybody that's a Republican or it's a little bit conservative.
Yeah,
they don't last long because those women team up.
They fucking gangbang, not in a good way.
It's like rabbits. It's like savages. It's like.
See, and I'll never not say it's a bad gangbang, but they gangbang though. They after all. That's why the reason I watched the show was because she was the opposing voice to those fucking four harpies.
You had the other girl that used to run the girl from Family, Full Family, the guy DJ. The girl that was there,
yes,
she was a big conservative. They used to eat her up. She quit.
Well, she was, not to be rude, but she was an idiot. She was not Megan. She was not, Megan at least had a brain on her.
Then you had another one, Elizabeth Hasselbeck, the guy, the quarterback.
She was another idiot too.
She was like,
she was like, but anyway, let's get to the nitty gritty. Who is your motherfucker of the week?
I gotta give it to the whole thing with the fucking AOC in that dress. That was ridiculous.
Was that mine last week? I think I called her the motherfucker last week.
But I looked into it, and then the dress cost like how many taxed. How you gonna wear a dress?
The dress was 130,000.
Oh my god, the dress, and the ticket to go to that event is like $30,000.
35.
So now you got the freaking you got the ethics committee looking after her.
Yeah.
They investigate who gave you this, where you got the money from.
Well, because of her boyfriend, who's like a billionaire.
Is he? I
think so.
Didn't the boyfriend she had to take money or something from the campaign? There was somebody that was investigated.
It's politics, man.
She been once investigate. But then she goes out and she's trying to clarify this. It's like, you shouldn't even say
Shut up,
nothing.
dummy.
Don't
Yeah.
say nothing. Just
Well,
take the money and smile.
It's the
Just take
same
the
thing
money.
with when she said to her abuela was she needs money because she can't afford a new heater or some water heater or some shit. Meanwhile, she's driving around in a Tesla with her fucking 2 apartments.
You tell me you can't give your grandmother here, grandma, that's like $2,000. Don't get a new water heater. These people are out of their mind.
It really is. Like it's bitching about being starving while you have a fucking house full of food.
No, but you know what they're talking about now? They're getting ready for, supposedly there's going to be a dark winter. There's going to be shortage of food. They already tell people go Christmas shopping now. Have you seen this?
I saw that, yes.
Go Christmas shopping. There's going to be a shortage of Christmas. New stuff. It's like, what the hell? This is insane, man. This is all insane. But they're talking about a dark winter, which would mean they're not going to be able to get the thing. There's not going to be enough supply. We still have this is the problem where you put all your eggs in one basket and we have China. Everything is get done in China. So now we have these chips that are not getting made that cars need.
Yeah.
So you got a bunch of cars that are not even going to be made. You got a bunch of like the PlayStation, like those Xbox, they're not going to have enough because the chips are all made. You can't have one country make everything.
We go to Detroit because the fucking property is cheap as shit. There's nothing there,
and
open up a fucking factory.
Yeah, you can open a bunch of.
That's right, because the orange faced asshole wanted to do that, but Trump's bad.
No, that would have been a good thing. We should be.
No, he's bad.
No,
he's bad. No, he's bad.
You know what?
You don't watch the media? He's very bad. He's horrible.
Now we got a problem. We're gonna have a problem. There's gonna be a lot of people. Dude, there's gonna be like shortages of a lot of stuff just because we counted on that one country. Dude, we should be making stuff ourselves and we should make stuff to have enough for American and still get stuff for China for backing up.
Yeah.
Like if we need extra parts, China, but we should always cover our own back and make our own parts.
Of course.
Because now we chips and stuff like that, but we don't do that. So this is something that we might have to learn. All right, we dropped the ball. We need to fix this as quick as possible, because you're not gonna have enough cars on the roads, dude. And we got hit by those few hurricanes that were like monster hurricane, man. They like messed us up.
You saying you got flooded here? I didn't.
Very did. It was like it's always been.
I didn't get nothing, but I know in Jersey they got fucking hammered.
Oh my God, Jersey got destroyed, man. Did you see where Biden was walking around looking at the thing?
No offense.
He had no clue what he was looking at.
I don't care what side of the fence you're on, left, right, whatever. Biden's a fucking moron. He literally, I watch his speeches, and it's like watching an Alzheimer's patient talking.
You can watch it.
Nah. Dude, shut the fuck up. And they voted for this fucking idiot. That's the worst part about it. I hate talking politics. Yeah. I don't talk politics anymore.
What they should do, they should another one, don't let him talk. Get somebody else come out and do the meetings. You know what? That's what you do.
First of all, the fact that he literally within 2 months will contradict himself
is crazy.
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
And the fact that he will start a sentence and then jump to another. So we'll discuss it. All right, China. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Did you have a brain fart?
I feel bad for him because he's like, he's up there, man. You know what? We should have an age limit for all these politicians too. Like,
you think?
Once you hit like 65 or something, you should just be done.
So let's discuss. Let's change politics. Don't talk politics anymore. We went to AEW on Wednesday.
Oh my God! I gotta say, All Petite Wrestling was all right.
All Petite Wrestling.
But they got some little guys in there.
First of all, the crowd was fucking insane.
The crowd loved it.
I gotta tell you, I have not felt that kind of reaction or that kind of vibe since old school ECW days. The fucking crowd was intense.
Oh, man, it was crazy.
When Punk came out, and you didn't get it on the screen, and I gotta tell you.
When fucking Daniel Bryan came out.
That match was unreal.
And people were into that, and I gotta go back, and I gotta say what Disco Inferno was talking about this. He said, it's nothing against the women. The women should not have been the main event. It should have been the guys, because the problem was you had that great match. Then by the time you saw all the other matches, they came out a little flat. Because
of course,
how the hell, like CM Punk say, I'm glad I don't have to follow these people up.
that was a WrestleMania
carnival match,
headline match.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, but again, you're putting two guys, and I was never a huge Kenny Omega fan. I enjoyed his work, but I was never that big on him until that match.
But you know
they told a fucking story. It wasn't just high spot. It was a story.
The problem at the end, it was high spot. It was like he did like 5 V trigger, which was
where else do you go?
Yeah. They should have not done that. They should have kept it the same way they going to the point that they didn't even realize that they were finishing the match and they would have still been, and then boom, you get it. But they did that thing with the knee off the top. Daniel Bryan got a big hit. They got so many. Force count that they were pinning.
False finishes,
false finish. Like, come on, give me a break. How can you do that? It was like such a perfect match, and then the last 5 minutes.
I knew it was going to go the time limit when they kept announcing how much time was left. I said, no, they're going to limit, which I have no problem with. It's stalemate, and it's building up to a bigger. Yeah. But again, where do you go from there? Like what's the next match they're gonna have?
Then they had CM Punk come meet the crowd, right?
Yep.
And then what's the next match? Frying Crayon versus
Crayon.
The Frying Brian son.
Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman, whatever the fuck. Nobody cares. Brian Pillman Jr. came out, and it was like MJF. It's like we just had a classic. Now we're gonna see these two sloppy balls, which MJF did a great job, but Brian.
Did you see MJF's parents?
Oh yeah, we did. Sorry.
Where his parents, and we think he sucks too. And then he tweeted, "Fuck you, mom."
It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
But, oh my god, it's amazing.
You know what match was pretty good, and I hate to say that, but the Sting and Allen versus FTR was pretty good.
Yes. I missed that one. I was actually trying to get a drink.
And Sting was fantastic. He did some move. Dude, he did a bunch of splashes.
Well, somebody said I watched it on DVR. That Sting looks phenomenal.
He looks phenomenal. 62 years old.
Well, that's the WWE shit in the bed with that one again.
I don't know what, dude, but you know what it is?
Well, I thought it was funny that FTR. Was it Hawkins? Whatever his name is. He did the Undertaker's thing and gave him that was pretty badass. I give him that much.
I saw somebody put a meme. We never got Undertaker versus Sting, but this is pretty good.
I mean, but Darby Allin looks like he's 12. Come on.
But you know what? I gotta give the devil. He's small, he's skinny, but the guy can move. He got good moves.
Yeah, but is he going to be able to? But again, here's the thing.
The problem is he will never be able to make it in WWE.
Whether that or not, in the next 20 years. Look at Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was the same way. He was much bigger, muscular-wise.
Much bigger.
But he flat out said, the Swantons took a toll on his body.
Yeah.
You can tell me Darby Allin's doing coffin drops in 20 years from now? No.
He did that.
He's going to be dead.
No. He did that coffin drop on the apron. You know how hard that part is? Fuck.
In 20 years, his body, he's going to be worse than Hogan.
Oh, that guy's good.
That's kind of the point. So everyone, I laugh with The Miz. The Miz works a wrestling schedule, works a wrestling match that's going to keep him going for years. He won't be paralyzed at the age of 60.
The Miz did the Dancing with the Stars. Did he win that first round?
I don't know.
I was like,
I don't watch that show.
It's pretty funny, man.
Did you watch it? Did somebody else?
No. I did not watch that. I did not watch that at all. Well, I was watching a little bit of Monday Night Raw, and Jesus Christ, that main event that they had
was great.
It was with Big E. Like first, it was the Bloodline versus the New Day,
and they changed it, yeah.
And the Bloodline won, and then it was Roman Reigns, Big E, and Bobby Lashley. And you know what? They all came out looking good. So
I didn't watch SmackDown last night, but I heard it was phenomenal.
Yeah, SmackDown was really good. They did a good show because this Sunday it's Extreme Rules. Do you see the match with what you call it? Do you see the Dark Side of the Ring, the Canyon?
Not yet. It was good,
dude. Let me tell you.
First of all, before you say anything, Chris Canyon to me was one of the most underrated.
Great
wrestlers.
He was Morpheus.
No, he was not Morpheus. What's his name? Morbus.
Morbus. He was great, and he was fighting Glacier. That they were taking characters It was almost character from Mortal Kombat wrestling in the.
Of course, but what killed was even when he came out with the mask off, he would drop the mask because it was Raven who made him take the mask off. He would drop it in front of him and then beat the shit out of him. He was, and again, but then they shit all over him in WWE with fucking him being gay and that the Boy George thing.
Yeah, that was. I totally forgot that. Then I'm watching the thing, and then I remember watching that. He was in a box, and the Undertaker came. Hey, this came to the point. This came to. They say, "Do you really want to hurt me?" And then the Undertaker.
The question is
the beating of the life.
How? I mean, and this is a question I can ask anybody. I studied psychology for a hot minute, but how intoxicating is the drug of fame and having the crowd cheer and or boo for you? You got someone like Chris Canyon committed suicide, obviously because he was.
Yeah, but he also was like bipolar. He was.
Well, he's bipolar. To be in that industry, you have to be a little tapped to the fucking head.
And he was also very. I think he had more mental illness than people knew. He was never.
But it's the same with Mike Awesome, who's another wrestler who I don't understand how no one used his potential. Him versus fucking Tanaka, those matches.
Oh, they were great. They were fantastic.
Were some of the most underrated matches ever. But he committed suicide too. First of all, if anyone listening to this or watching this has mental health issues or thinks about committing suicide, please reach out. There are, I'm sure Rob will put he'll put the hotline down here.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
It's 1 second of a day that you're gonna get through. Please do not take your own life. Please call someone. Message one of our dumbasses. I'm sure he'll be up somewhere. He's always fucking drunken somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure he'll answer.
I might tell you, come out.
Exactly. He'll FaceTime you live from the bar. But please don't do it and reach out to someone. But it just kills me. Like some of these amazing wrestlers that just never got that.
We just had one, Daphne, the screamer.
Yeah.
She's another one that just took
I knew when I met her. I was with Francine at WrestleCon. Shit, like 3 years ago now. You could see that she wasn't doing well, but she wasn't happy. She had put on some weight, which upset her a lot. She mentioned that more than once on her podcasts. And again, how intoxicating is fame? How bad is that drug? I don't know.
Dude, let me tell you. So yesterday we interviewed a guy named Jack Davison, and he was telling us he was the accidental actor. He didn't want to be an actor, but he fell into that, started acting. And he was telling me about the first time he did a play, and he played like a drunken Irishman, and he comes into the room, and somebody takes a chair and pushes him, and he falls in the chair, and he said, the crowd went crazy, started clapping. He said, once I heard that, it was like a benediction. So it's like I need that crowd approach. But this goes across not only wrestling, this goes across what happened to these athletes after a while that they don't have the fame, they don't have the cheering, they don't have you know what? Some of them become obsolete. Some of them go on to do commentary or stuff, but there's only so many people that can do that. So that's another problem that we have. These people, they need to have something for these guys to do after. You know what? They don't have the cheers. They don't have the crowd. They don't have
that energy.
And I think that happened with wrestlers. You look at these wrestlers that they wind up retiring. They still try to get in the scene. Do something stupid. They try to get back into the spotlight by doing something stupid. So, and then you got guys that just kill each other. Because Canyon was doing little independent shows and this and that, and he could have kept going, but he had a scratch to the hard drive, man. And I think him hiding that he was gay.
Scratch the hard drive. I'm ready to beer. You want a beer?
Yeah. He was gay all this time, and he never really wanted to come out. And then he was pissed off.
Well, when he came out, look what they did. Look what fucking Vince did, and which I never understood because you have.
He had that other guy. What was the guy he had? Orlando something?
Orlando Jordan. Who, again,
yeah.
was an amazing wrestler. Much you could say he wasn't. He was a great wrestler.
Yeah.
Not one of the best of all time, but he was.
I got it. Oh, you put it over there. Oh, yeah.
I got you. But again, the minute you come out as gay, look what's his face from the Primetime Players.
Oh, yeah.
The Black John Cena.
Yeah.
As soon as he came out being gay, they buried him, and I don't understand why. Like, what is the problem? Are we this homophobic as a fucking country?
I didn't think they would try and bury him. They gave him Bob Backlund. They just gave him a gimmick that didn't work. Remember, they got him Bob Backlund as manager. He was gonna do this. The only thing.
And where did I go? Nowhere.
Nowhere. It was like, and then
he could have been a monster heel.
And
I would have used the gayness, and Bobby King's is PC. But I'm gonna pin you and then fuck you.
But look at Orlando Jordan. What happened to him?
But he was the problem with Orlando Jordan was his gimmick sucked. When he was in TNA coming out and the tape, and he was constantly naked and being flamboyant. It was too much. Like it's the same as anywhere you go. When you're shoving the gayness in someone's face, it's like, all right, enough. Like, we get it, you're gay, but I don't want to have to fucking throw my face 24 fucking. Look, same as vegans. I have no problem with vegans until they start ramming it in my goddamn face how better they are than me because they're vegan.
Yeah, but
shut the fuck up.
But they also have no protein in some of them. If you go super vegan, you pretty much, once you get sick, you're done.
Super vegan.
You're done. If you get really sick, you know what? And you need those fucking protein. You know, you still gotta get protein.
Well, here's a question for all of our viewers who are vegan, especially girls. If a guy nuts in your mouth, are you still vegan? Could you take something from an animal?
They'd probably be fucking eating steak.
Well, I mean, they'll drink milk because milk comes from an animal. But if a guy nuts in your mouth, then are you still vegan?
No, that's pretty interesting. That is pretty
Inquiring minds want to know.
We gotta ask them. We need a vegan on the show. Come here, ask some questions.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? I think she or he would walk the fuck out.
Get a steak.
I'm like, let me ask you a question. If I busted in your mouth, are you still vegan? She'd be like, fuck you.
Dude, you know what is, if you're vegan, I think most of those people stick together.
They do.
You know what? It's like they're all the same. And then they got like that weird sick look, like they're very over pale, or they're just overly skinny. And you're looking at it like, okay, this is a vegan. Then you got people that they eat vegetables, that still eat fish or some kind of protein or something like that.
Pescatarian or some shit.
Yeah. Or, you know, they'll still eat eggs or stuff like that, you know? But you know what? I like eggs. I don't once in a while I don't mind eating some egg whites and you know.
No, I can't do eggs. Not a fan of eggs. I like, but I'm an old school rice and fucking rice, vegetables, and that's why I loved Tokyo. I like. You would kill it in Tokyo. You would lose your mind. The food there is so good. It was unreal. I miss Tokyo.
Tokyo was nice, man. But let's talk about so AEW, man. They put on a hell of a show.
It was long. It was
long. It was 4 hours long because they did 2 hours.
4 hours. It was more than 4 hours. The doors opened at 5. The doors opened at 5:30. The show started at 6.
Yeah.
It ended what, 12, 12:30?
Ended around 12 something.
At 6.5 hours. So that's too long. It was too much.
It was.
It was nonstop. No breaks or nothing. Just.
No, but the second, I think they did the second hour. They rushed the matches a little bit because they were probably doing the promo and stuff because they could tape that and put it up for.
They tape it, yeah. But so I went to WrestleMania in New Orleans. I'll never go to WrestleMania again. It's too long. It's like 9 hours. Sitting down for 9 hours is too fucking much.
Ooh. Do you watch the new What If?
I did.
What do you think of it?
I'm weirded out by why. For those who haven't seen it, we're gonna drop some spoilers. So go watch it. It's been 3 days. The Ultron Vision thing, I don't understand.
The Vision was turned into, Vision.
But they've never put Ultron and Vision and the Gauntlet together. So why all of a sudden now?
But because this is maybe a different Vision that want to conquer, want to do, and he already had one of the things.
Yeah, but why?
But he was the Gauntlet.
There was nothing. Yes, I mean he had it in his, but nothing built up to that. So where did that come from?
I think it's just a what if. You gotta leave it to imagination. Because I think the next episode is a continuation of that one. They all team.
Well, apparently it's all going to be part of the movie too, with the Multiverse of Madness, which I thought was very weird as well. The zombies one was cool. It wasn't the way the book was. I was kind of hoping to have a little more of the book involved.
I love the zombie one. I thought it was fantastic.
It was good. It was the best one of all of them, but it could have been, I think, a little more adult.
I like the Doctor Strange one was good.
And I'm waiting to see what happens with the Eternals.
Yeah, you know what was good too?
Because apparently I heard rumors where the Eternals are going to be the reason that mutants exist.
That's what they keep saying, because they had to change, because they were doing so well. They explained while the Avengers, everybody doing the Infinity Earth, the Eternal were on their own mission.
But it wasn't Thanos. It was the Hulk who snapped and caused a big gamma thing, which fucks up all the mutants and opens up their genes and blah 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 blah. So I'm hoping, because I really want to see some
chaotic. That'd be interesting to do that. And they also do a big origin, the Black Knight. This is gonna be that, because I think that he's gonna be part of
Kit Harington. Yeah,
he's gonna be like part of the Avengers. So
but he's really not in the fucking trailer much. He's very quick in the trailer.
But they show him a little bit.
A little bit, not much though.
Because he probably be a big part of the movie. The movie on Shang-Chi is coming on Disney Plus November 17th. They already.
It was good. It was a good movie.
A lot of people loved it.
I liked it. I thought Aquafina was actually really good in it. I thought it was a good flick. I think the best part was Wong versus Abomination. That was phenomenal. The end scenes were okay. But the main end, the mid-end credit scene was really good. The final end scene sucked. I didn't think we needed that.
What was the final end scene?
Was his sister, spoiler. His sister taking over the 10 rings.
Oh, yeah.
She says she's going to end it, but she doesn't. She takes over the 10 rings. So I guess she's a new Mandarin. And again, how can I put this politically correct wise, not get yelled at? I don't understand why they had to make her the new Mandarin. Why were you gender bending and changing things for the fact of gender bending and changing things? I'm waiting to see a new Joker as a woman.
They had one in one of those Elseworlds.
Yeah.
You know, but they had one in one of the Elseworlds. Like, I'm looking forward to the Adjusted animations movie that they're going to come, the Injustice League.
The problem I have with that is you can go on YouTube and watch all the cutscenes in the video game, and nothing's going to beat that.
The problem, I think, the way they're doing the movie looks good, because if you saw the Long Halloween,
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, they haven't seen at the end of the whole thing. I think it's Green Arrow and the Flash comes to Bruce Wayne, and I would say you got people to see you, and I think that's kicking off the Injustice, because they're from another parallel universe. They say we need you to go to this universe and fight,
I can fight
Superman or fight
if you've never played a video game, pick up Injustice: Gods Among Us. It's actually the storyline alone, which is why I think Mortal Kombat is destroying Street Fighter, and they always have, because you want to see, even though the Mortal Kombat movie sucked, you want to see the stories. The stories are what would sucker you into to the game, and the Injustice game, the storyline was just so good.
But then they had Injustice 2 and all this other stuff, which was
Part 2 was great too.
You know,
because now it's Superman trying to find his redemption of, all right, I was an asshole, fuck you.
Yeah, and it's pretty good too. But it's maybe get regular. Ooh, we had a little internet problem there for a second. Are we back over here? We should be back over here soon.
Hey, we're back.
Oh, you know what? Because this is still on Wi-Fi, on Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
So he was
not Zack Ryder, Zack Snyder. Yeah.
So he was talking about what he was going to do with the Justice League 2, and it was going to go like the heroes all separate, this and that. They're doing a bunch of stuff, and then they gotta reunite again.
Okay.
Because Lex Luthor is forming a crew of Superman.
What told me was the trailer tagline leading up to Justice reunite the Seven. It was kind of less. They cut Lantern out because that's why I don't understand. People make a lot of money in Hollywood, don't know shit. So they wouldn't let them use the Lanterns because they do a Legend Corpse movie and didn't want to confuse the two. Shut the fuck up. Like,
who the hell cares?
Put it out there. Yeah, like it's kills me.
It's like the Flash. I think they're finally going to introduce Diggle as the Lantern. The Flash, because the Flash is going to start.
I don't watch the show. It's good.
Yeah, but it's going to start with 5-part series called Armageddon, and it's going to go to Supergirl. Because Supergirl is ended. It's going to go to Supergirl. It's going to bring like Ray Parker back, some of the people from the old one. So they're going to reunite a bunch of people that are no longer there. A lot of shows
I can't get into. I couldn't get into Supergirl. I couldn't get into Flash. I mean,
Flash is very good.
Stargirl's phenomenal.
Stargirl's phenomenal, man.
Like all those, but I couldn't get into Flash or Arrow, or I just couldn't.
Dude, do you see the last episode? Like
even Legends of Tomorrow. The last couple of seasons, I'm like,
I think it's the best show.
Boring.
It's the best show. They got Constantine. It's still one of the best.
Constantine's phenomenal. He is unequivocally phenomenal. I still like Keanu Reeves as Constantine.
But his character.
I also heard that they made a part 2 of that movie.
Yeah, but who's gonna do it?
Keanu Reeves again. Yeah.
He's the guy from the guy that plays on the TV is pretty good. I love that guy.
He's British, but yeah. But I heard that he's gonna do a part 2, which I was thrilled. I was kind of like,
He also is the voice of the cartoon. That same guy that does the live series, he does the voices of the cartoon also.
Did you see the rumors about the people that watched Venom already, part 2?
What's the rumor?
That they lost their minds over the end credit scene.
So they're probably
apparently it pulls in all the MCU. Apparently, that's the rumor. They didn't say what it was, but they said it rivals anything Marvel's done with an end credit scene, which to me is like, that's
they're talking about a Spider-Man Venom movie. You seen that?
Yeah. Which, if Venom's the good guy, how you gonna have a Spider-Man Venom movie?
No, together.
Yes, I know, but in the well, no, really.
Yeah,
you gotta have them fight each other. That's the fucking origin of Venom. He's a piece of shit.
I think what will happen, they meet each other, right? They meet each other, they fight each other, and then they later on they did meet like that, fight each other. Then they became like a team. They teamed up once or twice.
Yeah, but after they were mortal enemies for how long?
Yeah,
not it wasn't. Hey, we're hanging out. Cool, love you.
But the other problem in the Spider-Man universe, the Eddie Brock that's there, the Eddie Brock in our in this universe, a little Indian guy that's a nerd. In the Spider-Man 1 No Way Home, he's the Indian guy is Eddie Brock.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
it's Flash Thompson, you fucking hammerhead.
What's the Flash Thompson?
Flash Thompson, he becomes Agent Venom.
Yeah, Agent Venom. That's what it was.
He's not Eddie Brock. Yes, but yes. Also, yes, that's bullshit.
Eddie Brock is also Venom
because he was Josh Hartnett in the original one. He's supposed to be a big douchebag.
So he wasn't Flash Thompson, right? That one was Eddie Brock, right?
No. Flash Thompson becomes Agent Venom because he loses his legs in war, and then they give him the Venom symbiote, and he becomes becomes the Punisher with the Venom symbiote.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was.
Which is a great play. If you've not seen it, you get your hands on the book. Is what if Venom became the Punisher? It is an amazing what if because he pulls out instead of shooting webs, he pulls out miniguns, and he kills everyone. He kills Daredevil, he kills Spider-Man, he kills everybody. It is a great what if comic. If you get your hands on it, get it. I have it.
But you seen the whole thing with Punisher, with Captain America turned out to be a secret agent of Hydra?
Yes.
They did that whole thing. The Punisher grabbed the War Machine suit and was just killing heroes.
Yep.
It's crazy.
That's all. But that's what I want to see. I want to see crazy different shit.
But the what if, the what if is good. But I wish they would just do individual movies of what if, like a good 2 hour.
The problem I have with them is some of them just are the same thing over and a more like Captain America one was the exact same story with a little twist in the end. Like, give me complete different things. So what are comics? If I don't know who's ever read them or seen them, like some of the best ones were like, what if Venom became the Punisher? What if all the Fantastic Four have the same powers? So it was 4 stories as one book, and they were not good endings. They were all fucked up. What if Wolverine was a vampire? Was a good one. I mean, there's so many good stories that just changed everything.
I thought the one with Doctor Strange kept true to the what if.
But it was boring.
But it was a good story.
He split himself and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Again, the premise of what if was one small thing changes the direction of the universe completely.
The Killmonger one was good, I thought. That was fantastic.
It was weird, though. But again, my thing was, how did Killmonger get there? Why was he there? Like,
he set up the whole thing. He's the one that set the attack.
But the thing about what if, though, was one small change. Like, so all right, so what if Killmonger saved Tony Stark? But why was he there? It should have been like, what if Tony Stark didn't get killed? What would have happened? Not having him randomly there for no reason.
But he would save Tony Stark, and then he turned around and killed him, and then Pepper knew.
Yeah, but again, why was he there? It's the premise of, at least when I was reading What If, was it was a small change in something that changed trajectory completely. So, like I said, what if the Fantastic Four are all the same powers? It's a small change where they all are Mrs. Invisible or Mr. Fantastic. But it changed the stories completely. So why is Killmonger randomly in fucking Afghanistan? So you're saying a whole different story. It isn't what if. It's a whole different story. Just tell a different aspect of it. Like, what if, Carol Danvers didn't come back to this planet? All right, it changes it then. Like what if T'Challa was taken as opposed to that one was phenomenal where fucking Thanos became a good guy and shit. Again, spoilers. That was a great story. Yeah. It was him taking the different kid. I got it. But changing complete storylines and saying, oh, it's what if. No, it's not what if. You're just making a different story. Like, give me something like what if I never met you?
The one where Hank Pym killed everybody was good. Killed the Avenger. I like that one too.
Yes. That was dark as shit.
But then at the end, there was 2 Avengers left. There was Captain America, there was other people, and there were Captain Marvel.
Again, to me, it was a great story. But it was like, why did? So he just what if Hank Pym? But what is the storyline? What if Hank Pym blamed the Avengers? That's what the storyline is.
Because he lost his wife because of them, and then he lost. His
kid.
I
know, but that's. To me, it's not a good jumping off point. What if Hank Pym blamed the Avengers? Like, that's just dumb.
He turned into the Yellow Jacket. Actually, he wasn't even it. So he was.
Well, in the true, not in the movies, but in the true comics, he was Yellow Jacket. He was dude. Hank Pym was a wife beating piece of shit.
Yeah, a drunk wife beating.
And fucking and Cap fucked him up. I have the comic. One day Cap said, why don't you try hitting like you hit your wife, bitch? And they went at it, and Captain America beat the piss out of him. It was great, dude. I mean, like Demon in a Bottle is one of the best storylines ever.
With Tony Stark. What if like that?
They tease it Iron Man 2 with Tony being a drunk. But then Disney, got involved, so now it gets too dark. That one scene, he said, people ask me, how do you pee in the suit? Like that. It's like, come on.
But you know what? Disney don't want to get dark. And look at some of the Star Wars stuff that they've done that's pretty dark.
I mean,
Rogue One was pretty dark.
Rogue One was phenomenal. Rogue One to me, and you guys, I'm sure I got hate for this one. Rogue One to me was just as good as Empire, if not better. I think it was such a good movie.
Rogue One was the best Star Wars movie that we had. I think it was.
It was done so well. And I know they added the Vader scene at the end, which I believe they needed it. It hit on so many levels.
That was a great adding Vader. See how strong he was, swinging
how
people.
How he fucked everybody up.
Because that was great. The other thing that was fantastic that with the way they do in the Mandalorian. And the Mandalorian should be back next month, either October or November.
No, it's the Book of Fett comes out first, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think Mandalorian also, season 3 of Mandalorian. You see Gina's back.
No.
Yeah, she got rehired. She's going to be back in season 4.
Good. No offense. I mean, again, cancel culture shit. What did she really say that was that bad?
She didn't do nothing. She was just making fun of something. People lost their damn minds.
Well, she wasn't making fun of anybody. She literally said that you're treating Republicans like they treated the Jews. And yes, no, they're not murdering Republicans, but it's nothing worse than Pasquale said against the other side.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like, you can't censor people on one side, not the other. That's called freedom of speech. And that's where the problem comes with both sides. Again, I don't know to discuss politics at all, but y'all should be able to say whatever the fuck you want and call it a day.
But yeah, I think she'll be back for they were saying season 4, and it's like 4 or 5 years in the future.
Season 3.
No, but she's going to be back for season 4 because they couldn't get her for season 3.
Really? Okay.
Remember, she left with that guy?
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens with it. But supposedly she got rehired and she'll be back because Karen Farrow, he said, John Farrow, he said,
Favreau.
He said he told those people, leave me the fuck alone. This is the way I'm going to do my fucking story. Go fuck yourself. And I think he's going to get his way. Because another, whose career got revived was that fucking Carl Weathers' career's revived after that.
Dude, when John Favreau says something, you kind of just give him the reins. He wanted to make a Christmas movie. He made Elf, which was fucking phenomenal. He started the MCU with Iron Man on a shit budget, and he got everyone involved. And now you have him doing Star Wars. He's doing for Star Wars what they couldn't do. Like, imagine if he did the last 3 movies. Come on.
They're still talking about racism street.
No, I heard that. I'm still waiting for Old Republic. Give me Darth Revan. You had the Knights of Ren, which hinted with Darth Revan, but you never told about him. And honestly, those storylines, I don't know if you play the games. You should.
Yeah, they just released some action figures of Darth Revan.
Well, because apparently the PS5 is going to have the reboot of the original games.
Oh, yeah? So it looks good,
It's still, to this day, I think every game, YouTube, whatever, puts that game, the first Old Republic, as the number 2 best game twist of all time. Do you know the whole story behind Darth Revan?
He was a Jedi.
Jedi went, became a Sith, lost his mind.
Yeah.
They wiped him clean.
Yeah.
So you're playing this video game, trying to fight Darth Revan, not realizing that you are Darth Revan in itself. And at the end of the game, you can go back to the dark side or stay to the light side. So you can play the game twice with complete 2 different endings. It's fuck. If you've never played it, get it. It's on Xbox Live, like $10. I still play it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. It's like, holy shit. But those, you know what? There was the girl that did the same thing. That was a Jedi, and then she was one of his pupils. With, what's her name?
Bastilla?
Yeah, she's a Jedi. Yeah. Like, she was another one that was good, and then she turned to the dark side. Also,
she followed him.
Because it's like, what is it with all these Jedi that they come from good and bad? It turned like
that's human nature. Love and hate are the same exact emotion. You love someone so much, you can hate them just as easily. That's why people say they hate me so much. I'm like, cool, you'll love me 10 minutes from now.
Like in Star Wars, I love that whole storyline that they had the Dark Empire. It was almost like Skywalker became the dark side.
Oh, in the books, yeah.
It was great.
In the books, when Chewie dies, saving, and Han becomes a junkie, again, better stories in the books. So I don't understand DC, where their shows are phenomenal, but their movies are a bag of dicks. The last Suicide Squad was good. Was it phenomenal? No, the popcorn movie is what it was. But Doom Patrol is phenomenal.
Phenomenal. That
Titans is unreal.
I love Titans.
Titans, I could watch that tenfold over. I want to cosplay Red Hood now just because of fucking Jason Todd and that show.
Dude, let me tell you, fucking Titans, this week's episode was fantastic. They took you on a fucking trip.
Spoilers. No,
we don't get spoiled.
I'm spoiled because Raven came back. I was happy to see her again.
She looked good.
So I watched, I think I'll watch Mojo, which is like a bullshit YouTube show. And so the last episode they put out, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, was 10 times we were wrong about shows. And one of them was Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
And they were tearing into Raven and this and that. And they said, yeah, we watched like 3 episodes and we were wrong. We're sorry. We were very wrong. I'm like, the show is, I got Gina hooked. The show is phenomenal.
You know what the problem was? When the show first started, they would take a certain direction. They were building the characters, how they meet. So it was kind of like.
But that's why I liked the first 2 seasons. and I'm kind of. Well, I like the third season, but I think they rushed the Red Hood with Jason Todd way too much. I think they should have built. I think they should have a slow burn, built it up. Don't show his face because those who don't know who the fuck Red Hood, like Gina had no clue who Red Hood was, and it came out like that, and it was like, oh, like you showing it the episode you're already showing it's him. Come on.
But for what they need more of the people that know the show, people that already know the comic. We don't need this giant we don't need all this giant reintroduction. We know who these guys are. We do, them.
But if you don't know the comics, I honestly believe they should let the Red Hood burn a little longer before they show it.
It's like Batman. All right, it's great that they make. How many times are they going to tell you Batman's origin? You already need.
No, but Batman's Batman. That would 11. No one knew. Gina had no clue who the fuck Red Hood was. And then in the second episode, when Nightwing busts his fucking Nightwing alone, Nightwing didn't get his costume until the end of the second season,
which was great.
Which was the slow burn. Watching him as Robin and Jason Todd as Robin together, I was like, that's awesome. And now Tim Drake, I'm like, where the fuck is this going?
I like the way they introduced him
because he's dead but not dead. Now it's like, come on.
I like the way they introduced this one instead of the way they did in the comic book. I like the way they introduced
it. I do too, but he's a bitch though. I hate everything about the actor, the character. I want to punch him in his
But I think that's what makes him good, because Robin should be a guy that's a little weaker, has back.
I want to kick him in his dick hole.
Remember when you first saw Dick Grayson?
His dick hole is called the urethra.
You I want to punch this guy in the face. Robin wasn't a likable guy in the beginning when you saw Batman. And
then the arrogant little fucktop.
And then in the 70s, in the Badger, he was you little nerd, you little pussy ass motherfucker.
Your boy Wonder.
So now this I think this Tim Drake, the way they introduced it compared to the way they introduced it, he already knew, he knows who's who, and he knew who Batman was, which made it even more interesting. Because
how the fuck does this little prick know everything?
Because he was very smart. That's when they first saw him, and I think people wanted him as Ron. Because the way they introduced him in the comic book at the time, Jason, then came Tim Drake, and right away you knew this guy's going to be Robin, because he was so good. He was already a detective.
But how does he know everything?
Because he
doesn't know how to run from a fucking gun, and doesn't know who the Scarecrow is. That's nothing to it. I thought was bullshit.
You know what the problem is? He probably don't know who the super villains are, because he's been looking at the heroes all this time.
You're going to tell me that the fucking media doesn't put out who's there?
Yeah. But he also
you know who Osama bin Laden is, right?
But he also didn't see the shadow. It was in the shadow. He was wearing a hat, and when he found it, he turned around.
I'm pissed they have not given the Scarecrow his mask once yet. Give me the mask.
Yeah, please. But they put the mask is on him, but it's in the Batman trophy case.
Make a new one.
Do you see the new Batgirl? Do you see the new Batwoman trailer for the new season?
No.
It's I didn't
watch the last one.
It's
when they changed her from Ruby. What her name is? The fucking.
But they brought Ruby back as another. They brought the original girl because her body was changed.
I cannot.
So check this out. So the Batcave flooded. Tonight's the hunt for all Batman's treasures.
The Batcave flooded.
Yeah, there was some weird storm and all his treasure, and somebody find the Mad Hatter's hat and this and that. They introduced the Mad Hatter. It looked
interesting. Batcave flooded.
Flooded, baby. Flooded.
It's impervious to people finding it. It's impervious to hackers. It's impervious,
but not to flood.
Not to water. Not to water, though. Dude, get the fuck out of here!
Hey, it's proven.
Are you serious?
Water is a strong fucking. Look what it did to Jersey. Look what it did to water. Is a powerful creature.
Because if Batman was there, he wouldn't have that problem. Oh my God! The Batcave got flooded.
Got flooded.
Oh,
like a small child, and that shit just going all over the place. So now she's hunting down
and
Batman.
This is why that show sucks a bag of dicks.
Let's see if it make it. But they introduced like Batwing. They introduced some characters, which is like, holy shit. But the problem with that's another one. You got this person that was the big bad guy that did all this horrible shit. It's like, why would you team up with these people? Why don't you just kill them?
Well, that's injustice with Superman.
That's my biggest thing.
I was shocked to see Superman killing fucking Clayface in the trailer. Just pull him apart and smash him. I was like, oh, goddamn.
You know why? Because it's like,
Supes losing his shit.
How many times can you fucking put these guys in prison? and they keep getting out or breaking out. It's like,
well, that's one part about the trailer I thought was phenomenal, was showing Superman crash fucking Arkham and just murdering everyone.
He's like,
It's like, fuck it. Well, it reminds me of Invincible, though. I see Invincible's that way. I'm waiting for that season, too.
Oh, man, I can't wait for that. Dude, Invincible, the boys are coming back.
The boys, yeah.
Dude, there's so much stuff coming out.
Speaking of, we'll be at Comic-Con. New York Comic-Con the Thursday. It's like,
October 7th.
It's like next week.
Dude, you know who's going to be there?
Me.
No, okay, you know who's going to be there? And this motherfucker might be going up to oldest person.
Shatner.
So,
Shatner.
You know what? They got a photo up with him for $100. $100. Dude, he's not going to be around too long. Captain Kirk. I might have to take a picture, Captain Kirk.
No.
I don't care. I might have to. Yeah, it might be one of the greatest moments ever.
You got to do me a favor. Ask him to smell his fingers.
Oh.
I'm not supposed to be alien pussy. Give me a minute.
I showed the captain. I showed him one of those yellow shirts, and go over there. So you can either do the $100 and get the autograph, take an autograph in your thing, or you could. But they should have like a combo, maybe for $100.
My turn. I can't stop laughing.
Dude, a picture with your chat. The fucking Kirk, man.
Kirk, fantastic.
I should wait. Take the picture.
People gotta get the fuck out of here, asshole.
Dude, come on. Where's your Santa? That's the problem is I don't want to take a picture with William Shatner. Got to wear a mask.
We'll have a plexiglass up. Not actually.
Oh, it's an outrage.
Yeah.
How do I get my picture with Shatner, baby?
Fantastic.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, $100 with Shatner. I don't know, man. That might be worth the price of admission. Like,
I don't know.
I like that dude.
Oh my God! Did you see Parker in his costume?
No, he saw it yet.
Oh, it is the great. He's going. I won't say online. I'm gonna show it to Rob right now. So he laugh his ass off.
Oh no!
It is, dude. It is so good. What the fuck is it?
That's perfect.
It is the greatest costume.
That is perfect.
He sent to me, I'm like, motherfucker, you win. You win in the costume department. The cosplaying is phenomenal.
I was gonna order the Punisher. You know the Mandalorian Punisher shirt.
No, so
there's the Mandalorian, the Boba Fett Punisher shirt. That the Boba Fett became the Punisher. It's a what if the Star Wars. You know Star Wars got a what if now.
No, I don't know.
But it's just like but I might just wear that helmet and go with the thing.
Fuck it.
If not, I'm just gonna wear a tuxedo and be James Bond. Have you seen the trailer for the new James Bond movie?
Looks good.
Do you see what happened to him?
He was old.
No, but do you see what happened to Daniel Craig? He totally shitted on being a female James Bond. He said it should never be a female James Bond. He said, "Come on, guys, give me a break. This should never be." And they're like, because I think this movie, he lost it on 007 and the black girl is 007.
Well, I don't understand why they didn't cast what's his face, Heimdall. That was his name. Bloodsport. Fucking, he was. They were talking about him being James Bond. Everyone's like, yeah, cool.
No, I was not cool with that. How can you turn James Bond black?
Why not?
He's a white British guy. Come on, man. Stop with this shit.
I disagree. I think he would have been a great James Bond.
I think if you're going to do, he could be 007, but he's not James Bond.
Well, actually, he'd be like 007 because he's huge cock.
I don't know, but I'm tired of these people that ticket people because everything got to be. No, James Bond's an old Rico. That's a Captain America's an old Rico, man. But you can pass the mantle like the way they did it with the Falcon. Sooner or later, the sidekick been there long enough that he become Batman. The same thing like in the Titan. Almost
Idris Elba, is that his name is?
Yeah.
He could be James Bond. Fuck that, man. I'm sorry, he could.
No, he can't be James Bond.
Yes, he can.
He could be 007, but not James Bond.
Well, no, not James Bond. But yes, he could be his own agent.
His own. He could be 007. So you won't longer be James Bond. You took over for James Bond.
What if James Bond is just a surname for 007?
Only if they do that, but they never do that.
What if like 008 was like Pam Grier? And everyone who was 008 had to be Pam Grier.
I don't know, but I know that you can be a 007. You can't be no black James Bond in my future. I'm sorry. That's where I draw the line. And don't turn James Bond gay either.
That's the next one. He's transgender.
Now he's black,
He's
gay,
Caitlyn
and
Jenner.
transgender. And I'm not fucking a homophobe or none of this. But stop changing. Why can't you make a new character then? Make a new character. Why don't you have an original idea of a transgender spy that just start fucking people up? It could be
It's Caitlyn Jenner.
double 84. Double 84.
Double 69.
You know, because double 80, this guy is like, oh man, I'm ready to kick some ass. Come with original ideas. Stop taking like, oh, today I feel, oh, let's make Tim Drake gay. No, he's by. No, stop with this nonsense.
Yeah,
stop taking people and fucking turning like Bobby, like Drake, like Iceman. He was with so many women. Now, oh no, we need. Why couldn't you get a new X-Men in turn? You could have made a new X-Men.
Well, they tried with the New Warriors, and that shit ended badly.
Oh, Jesus.
For those who don't know, look up New Warriors Marvel reboot, and you'll literally see the shitstorm that started. That was the worst fucking mistake ever.
Garbage.
When you name the kind of safe space.
No, but
or Snowflake.
Do you see NXT? They invented a guy that's like white guilt.
It's already gone, yeah.
White guilt. Dude, the guy was great, and after he got beat, he wanted to hunt the guy. Come on, dude. Get out of here.
They got rid of him.
Oh, they got rid of him.
Yeah,
I thought he was great. I said this guy can be a main heel.
I saw that.
Like he can be like play all these weaknesses and then just sucker punch and oh, I'm sorry. But dude, you know, I can't believe they changed Rick Steiner's son's name to whatever the Braun Breaker. To imagine
Steiner.
You know what was supposed to be? He was originally supposed to wrestle as his real name is Rex Steiner. That would have been fine. You had Scott, you had Rick, and now you have Rex Steiner. Damn it,
Rex, yeah.
And dude, but
God damn it!
You seen what they did? They teamed him up with Ciampa. And
Ciampa, yeah.
And I thought that was pretty good because at the end when he gave the title to Ciampa, he held it a little bit. And he didn't want to give it up right away. I thought it was an interesting thing. I think that guy's going to be the next NXT champion because that guy's phenomenal.
I mean,
dude, that guy's going to headline at WrestleMania in 3 years.
If they don't give him the belt, Steiner will probably murder Triple H and Vince.
Dude, let me tell you, I don't know. They're like almost.
Steiner will fuck somebody up.
There's a lot of
Steiner's got a screw loose.
There's a lot of shit in the background with Triple H. I think they're trying to push him out.
If you've never met Rick Steiner, be nice to him because he will fucking kill you. The man.
No, not Rick. Scott will kill you.
Yes.
Big Papa Bomb.
Scotty's little.
You know what? This guy.
He has a scratch in the hard drive.
This guy looked like Rick, but he talks like Scott.
Yeah.
So he's like a double dude. That guy's fantastic. I hope they just don't fuck him up. Because the WWE take these characters, and then they just say,
they show them, yeah.
Let me tell you, one of the best promos I've seen in a long time, it was AEW, was Brooke Breaker cutting a promo so fucking good that even though she's a heel, people still cheer for her. Because she cut a promo about that she's the best woman.
Ruby Soho did too. So I don't just fuck somebody in the back. I was like,
oh yeah, I know. But then she said, you didn't leave, you were fired.
She said, yeah, I was, you're right.
You know what?
And she headlined a fucking Wednesday night for a belt. So, no offense, it's best thing for her. I love the fact that she looks hot now.
You know,
she looks so bad. I mean, there's days where I'm like, oh, you were ugly. There's days I'm like, I'm going to be I don't think she's. You wouldn't let her ride you?
No.
You're so full. You are so full of shit. Your eyes are brown. So what? She would break your dick off.
It doesn't matter, but it's about the breast.
She'd probably do a backflip, do a Canadian Destroyer on your dick, and then lick your balls while she's riding you backwards.
And then she got that weird. She's very.
Not saying that she would because
I don't know.
She would never talk to either one of us. But
no, I don't want to talk to her.
All right, we're running long. Where are you next week? We're over an hour already.
Oh my God, it's an hour and 4 minutes. I can't believe. So I will be in the International Bar for the next 3 days. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
The Count.
The Count.
Oh, did you ever see that meme?
Mm.
Who's your favorite vampire? The Count. They said that the guy from Sesame Street, he doesn't count. Oh, I assure you, he does.
Oh my God! Do you see what we do in the shadow this week?
No.
But do you see the Atlantic City one?
Last one was the AC one.
How great was that?
But I love it.
I like it when they fucking set up the boxing and that one guy punches the
Knock
guy
his head off.
and fly into the audience. It was fantastic, and I love. Instead of singing "Viva Las Vegas," "Viva Atlantic City," that was so fantastic.
That's I was like, what the fuck are they saying? Oh, okay.
But you see,
But that's Atlantic City. Come on, we go.
they did the bus ride with everybody, and
Yeah.
then they have the dirt of the country. They were going, "We go." I feel so weak.
That show is an amazing show.
It was fantastic.
I will be having job interviews.
Job interview all next week.
Now I'm jobless.
If you want to hire this handsome guy, please call 1-800-FREAK-JOHN. 1-800-FREAK-JOHN.
That's probably a number, and that's people gonna call that shit.
Nah.
I'd be like, where's Freak John? What do you want? We no a freak of the John. Don't tell us no more, you fuck.
7-Eleven.
Motherfuckers.
Oh,
all right.
God.
It's a Saturday here in New York City. We're gonna go out and eat and drink, be merry. Rob has another show coming up in like 10 minutes.
Yep, a rock show with another special guest, and we did a show yesterday for the Rock and Mike present Jack Davis. And for all you people out there, fuck you, thank you, bye, and remember, don't get drunk, get lumped up. See you next week.
Bye, Felicia.